Dan, how long have you been involved in triathlon?
Well, I've been around triathlon since around about 1987, believe it or not, as a child, following family friends when triathlon wasn't really well known at all. Myself, I've been competing now for 7 years, and I've raced from sprint distance right up to and including the full Ironman.
And you're a coach now as well. Tell me about that.
That's right, yeah. I got involved with Barcelona Triathlon Club a couple of years ago now, and over the last 6 months I've been working towards my level 2 coaching course. That's going really well, and I actually really enjoy helping other people and trying to teach the things that I've learnt and the mistakes that I've made along the way, and hopefully people won't do the same as what I did and learn from that.
And for somebody who's about to do their first sprint or first distance triathlon, what would your top tips be?
Well, there's quite a lot of things for people to think about and consider, and I find that with a lot of particular magazine articles and things like that you read, that it can overcomplicate things. So the first tip I would give is keep it simple. Don't worry too much about what other people are doing. Don't think about what times you may or may not do. Don't get your head messed up with things like weather and that type of stuff. Just enjoy the event. Before you actually arrive at the triathlon, make sure you read the instructions that will be emailed or posted to you beforehand. It's really important to know what time your transition opens and closes, what time the race briefing is, because that can be really important to know if there's been a change in course, if there's any road works on course, if there's anything in the swim that you should know about that's different to what you've done normally. So getting to that race briefing is really important. Once you're there, get your kit laid out, go into the transition area, make sure you know where you're coming into transition from your swim, where you're going out of transition on the bike, and then in off the bike and out on the run. Keep where your equipment is, keep it fairly simple, only take in what you need. You'll find that a lot of people, particularly on the first triathlon, they get a little bit worried about, well, I might need this, I might need an extra jacket, Don't take too much stuff in, keep it simple, keep your area as clear as possible so that when you come in, everything you need is right there in front of you. Mostly, I would say, just enjoy the experience. If it's your first event, don't tie yourself up in knots about things. Go out there, enjoy it, and as soon as you cross that finish line, you'll be ecstatic, and you'll wonder what it was you were worried about.
With triathlons, I know that you're doing a lot of bike fits for people who are just about to race. Why is it important to get a bike fit?
Well, it's the most important thing with a bike fit is to prevent injury. That's first and foremost. We also look at trying to increase comfort and power that some person can produce while they're on that bike. Depending on the distance you're going, comfort can be quite often, and particularly in my opinion, it's more important for you to be comfortable than it is to be aerodynamic and low on the bike like a lot of people seem to think you need to be. If you're not comfortable on your bike, you're just not going to produce the power that you're capable of. So with that, we try to make people as comfy as they can and make sure everything's in line and straight so that they're not going to injure themselves.